Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Croeso, boneddigion o boneddigesau. This is O Little Town of Aberystwyth, a serialised Louis Knight adventure by Malcolm Price, presented by us, Lighthouse Theatre. 2020 has been a difficult year for everyone, and we fully understand that. But if you could see yourself to give a small donation to help us continue our work, we'd be most grateful. But just be aware, everything is free to listen to. Merry Christmas. Nadolig llawen i chi gyd. O Little Town of Aberystwyth by Malcolm Price, Episode 4, recorded and presented by Lighthouse Theatre. The story so far, Aberystwyth at Christmas. A department store Santa lies murdered in an Aberystwyth alleyway, and the Queen of Denmark has asked Louis Knight, Aberystwyth's only private detective, to investigate. And the trail leads to a family of stovepipe hat blackers in Talabont.
We drove east, up Penglais Hill and out into the Badlands beyond Commons Coch. Then got out and walked. Night had fallen, and the first thick flakes of snow were beginning to fall.
It's just you, after the pub. The cottage next to the cauldron repair shop.
Why are you whispering?
I'm not sure.
What's the plan?
I think we knock on the door and you say I'm not feeling very well and can we trouble them for an aspirin?
Then what?
Hopefully they'll take pity on us and invite us in. Then we'll bring up the subject of the Santa murder and see how they react.
Looking for signs of guilt?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like a reasonable plan to me.
This is it.
Yes?
The door was opened by a girl wearing a red flannel shawl over a white blouse and a black and white checked skirt. On her feet were shoes with shiny Tudor buckles, and on her head was a stovepipe hat. It could have been any woman at Talabont. We're sorry to bother you, but my niece is feeling faint. Could we trouble you for an aspirin?
Oh, you poor little mite. Come into the parlour. Have you come a long way?
Only from Aberystwyth.
This way, please. Papa, these people are from Aberystwyth.
Oh, wonder of wonders.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Oh, no, you mustn't say that. We're Church of the Holy Insubordination. Christ Mass is a time of grieving in this household. But to us, it's like saying Merry Funeral.
In that case, my niece and I would like to wish you a Happy New Year.
No, you mustn't say that either. God doesn't like it because it implies there was something wrong with the old one.
What about, oh, the baby's knuckle or the baby's knee, where will the baby's dimple be? Can we say that?
I don't think I know that one.
It's a traditional Cornish greeting.
In that case, I think it would be acceptable.
Well, don't leave them standing in the cold. Come near the fire. Oh, let us see you. We don't often get visitors. From the city, eh? I hear they have cappuccino in Aberystwyth now. Is it true?
Yes, they do. And you can get a latte in some places.
My, oh my. And is it true there is an escalator in one of the shops?
No, I'm afraid not. The nearest one is in Shrewsbury.
Oh, yes, of course. Shrewsbury. Not in Aberystwyth. But let us not be crestfallen. This is great news about the cappuccino. After you have taken some bread and water, my daughter Bannon will play the harp and sing to you a song of the cappuccino.
Have you been on an escalator?
Yes, many times.
You lucky blighter.
We were wondering, do you need special shoes to stand on them?
No, just ordinary shoes.
Well, just fancy that.
You poor little thing. All the time we've been prattling away and you're there still suffering. I'll make you a little salve.
All I need is an aspirin.
One of my salves is much better than a silly aspirin, you'll see. Just a bit of wormwood, betony, lupin, vervain, henbane, ditander, viper's bugloss, bilberry, cropleek and madder. You just boil it up in sheep's grease, place under an altar, sing 5 masses, strain through a cloth and use it to anoint your face after meals. You'll be right as rain in no time.
I just want a goddamn aspirin.
Language calamity.
If you replace the viper's bugloss with blackthorn bark and boil it in ewe's milk, it's good against goblins too.
Oh, Papa, you are so old-fashioned.
And if you say the words wizen and waste thy shrewish tongue, it's effective against a chattering woman.
Oh, Papa, really? You always go too far. You know I don't like to hear such talk.
See what happens. I send my daughter to the school in Talabont, and they send me back a feminist.
Maybe we'll try a chemist.
What is all this noise? It sounds like merrymaking.
Oh, Peredur, we are sorry if we disturbed you. We have guests. This is my betrothed, Peredur. He's an archdeacon in the Church of the Holy Insubordination.
I don't think I've heard of that particular church.
We are an austere sect. Our beliefs are considered too severe for many of the people around here. We believe that the truth about God is contained in the Old Testament, and that the New Testament is a perversion of his message by his Son.
Jesus lied, you see.
A new commandment I give unto thee, that ye love one another. Didn't he say that?
He made it up.
The New Testament, the outpourings of Jesus, is a febrile, toffee-coated chocolate box of vile and corrupt sentimentality. Love thy neighbour? How can a man in Aberystwyth follow such a precept?
Jesus was terribly naughty.
Bannon, enough of this tomfoolery. I have stern words to say to you. Can you explain this? I found it earlier today, lying on your hymn book.
Oh, no.
Peredur, what is it?
Only the living, burning proof that your daughter is a strumpet.
No. Curse the treacherous womb that bore her. What have you found?
It's a gore.
Peredur, please.
A gewgaw? In this house, under my roof?
Only a little one.
You admit it?
Oh, Papa, have mercy.
Bannon, I flattered you with the hope that your heart was not like the hearts of other women in Talabont, a giddy toy sent hither and thither by the storms of passion and sentimentality. It seems I paid you too great a compliment. Though you were once my betrothed, it is my painful duty now to ask your father to banish you from his hearth.
Yes, she must be banished.
No, have mercy. I bought the gewgaw from Nurse Tadpole at the nursing home.
Nurse Tadpole, you say?
She had a bag of them. It was so pretty. I've never had a gewgaw before.
Please do not interfere, sir. Bannon, you must leave this house forthwith.
Into the snow.
course.
You don't expect us to put up with your corruption till the warmer weather, do you? Be off.
No, please. I won't. I can't.
Do you add disobedience to your catalogue of sins?
Out you go, girl, and never blacken my doorstep again.
Father, forgive me. I beseech you.
Oh, how my heart breaks. I look into her face and see the eyes of her sweet mother. She looked at me just like that when I banished her into the snow 20 years ago.
You must be strong.
Yes, there is no remedy. Out.
No.
Away, I say. There was no mercy for her, and there shall be none for thee. Now, will you and your niece be staying to supper? You've been listening to O Little Town of Aberystwyth by Malcolm Price. Calamity Jane was played by Catrin Mayhew, and the role of Bannon was played by Melangell Dolma. Louis Knight was played by Matt Addis. Papa was played by Adrian Metcalf, and Peredur by David Linden. It was directed by Adrian Metcalf, and the music was composed by Paula Gardner. It was produced by Tony Davis of South Wales Audio.